So today we're going to be going over hip thrusters at a bench, and particularly the KAS or KAS bridge variation, which works the top 6 inches of the range of motion. So regular hip thrusters, you're going through a full range of motion, and with KAS bridges, you're just working in that top pulse range to really isolate the glute max. Things to focus on: make sure that your ribs aren't flared, but that you're keeping them tucked and engaged and in your core. And that you're not just pushing through your quads, which is going to require a helpful setup. So what I like to do is I like to make sure the bench is up here, sort of at the bottom of your shoulder blades or just a little bit lower. And I like to get into it with this sort of tricep lower position. You're going to notice that my legs aren't super far away from me. I'm keeping my ankles right underneath my knees. And if I had a really big rib flare, it would look like this. You can see how I tuck and engage my abs, so there is a straight line from armpit to hip. And I'm supporting my head, and what you want to do is you want to, in the hip thruster variation, push up, coming straight up, making sure that you're getting all the way, getting to this full hip extension, squeezing the glute. And you'll notice that as my hips come up, my chest comes back. And then as my hips go down, my chest comes up, because my trunk is a rigid lever and my hips are driving the motion. And then the KAS bridge variation is simply working this top 6 inches to really isolate glute max, making sure that you're keeping ribs tucked and abs engaged the whole time, and making sure that your pelvis stays level, so you're not just pushing up one at a time, but really keeping abs engaged. One trick you can use is to really tuck your chin. This helps you see what's going on, but it also makes it easier for that rectus abdominis to really engage.